Welcome. What is happening, people? And welcome to episode 105 of the What's Cookin podcast. I've just forgot to unmute the stream, so if you saw me miming the intro, it's not because I was practicing, I just forgot to click the button. So, anyway, you're joined by me, Yono, Gnarly Charlie Gerrard, and this week we're watching the match again. We're watching Arsenal versus Dundalk United.
Where are they from?
Ireland.
Are they?
Yeah.
Oh my god. What other teams are in Ireland?
Bohemians FC. And whoever. Sligo Rovers. Isn't that where Everton signed Seamus Coleman from?
I haven't got a clue, because they only got him for 60 grand.
Sure up.
Do Irish people support like Celtic and Rangers?
Some of them, yeah. Celtic, defo, maybe not Rangers.
Why though? That's what confuses me when Irish people support them, because then I'm like, Ireland and Scotland, like, what?
I think it's more to do with the Catholic and Protestant stuff, but I don't know. Even though I did it in uni, I can't remember any of it. All I remember is the potato famine, that's it, where they starved to death. Millions of people.
Sunday, bloody Sunday.
There's more Italian than this.
I know we should, even though it does sound like the joke to that, like, more people do say like, oh, we should go to Ireland, but then it is like a penny on a phone. Remember it used to be like a penny? How mad's that? Like, what was the catch with that? It's like, that is
why are you trying to get me to go there?
That's like the fine print.
Loads of people go to Ireland. Well, like
if you're
Dublin,
Irish.
Not so much any. Oh, Joe Willock.
What is it to do there? Not saying like it's
the Guinness factory. Not that I go.
Yeah, exactly. It's like saying going to the Heineken factory in Amsterdam. It's like, what's the
people do point? That though? Loads of people do that.
Why? Ooh, you can pull your own pint. Go on. I'd rather someone else pull that pint for me.
I'd like to think that I don't do random pointless shit on holiday, but people do loads of random mad shit that they never do at home on holiday.
No, I know, but like, Amsterdam's one of them gaffs, isn't it, that people go to, and there's like the checklist of what they do, like the generic holiday.
Yeah, shall we do a quick run through of it?
The ice bar.
Madame Tussauds,
sex museum, and then you got to obviously, like, everyone goes and get a picture on the canal, don't they?
And people take pictures of the hot chocolates from the cafes that they probably don't even fucking smoke.
No, you messing, lad. They've got to have just like a
joint in an ashtray on the side.
No, the skins and the grinder on the side. It's even funny.
A subtle hint
when you see someone rolling, smoking a pre-roll joint, and you're like, I couldn't even imagine going in and asking for one of them.
I don't reckon they probably don't put weed in them.
No, but they have to, don't they? You can't like
falsely. They use the herb mix though. The herb mix is disgusting in the pot, lads. The fucking tea bag.
Yeah, lads, it's like the bark and the fucking tyre swinging square.
Grind it up.
Yeah, lads, literally look like that. Oh, imagine smoking that. But it's probably better than smoking bifters if you think about it.
Yeah, lad, smoking bifters is like, it is actually, I said it before, but it's like smoking tarmac, lad. It's just not meant to go in you. Simple as that.
That's what's meant, that how people, they obviously do smoke about like 20 a day, do you get what I mean? It's just one of them things, like they'll whip one out after they've just smoked one, you're like...
It obviously, it does get to a point though where they probably like when you smoke a bifter, when you don't smoke, it tastes so horrible. But like when you've been chonging 20-40 ciggies a day for fucking years on end, lad, it's like a fucking cup of tea in the morning. Yeah. Lovely. I'll have a ciggy when I get it. Disgusting. You're all fucking smackheads if you smoke bifters. Whoever's listening to this,
about 60% of people that we know probably smoke bifters. More.
Easy lad.
More.
I probably know more people that do than don't. But anyway,
say no more bifters.
Enough about bifters. Is Liverpool's season falling apart, Charlie?
Oh,
Shut up, lad. You've got away with too much for far too long on this podcast. Liverpool were good and it was all going well, and I kept my mouth shut, lad. But now that trouble, the ship is in troubled waters. I want your take.
Okay, so all I'm gonna just point it back to, right, when we started this podcast, it was a pivotal point in time of a Liverpool gonna be good and yous had just sacked your manager and it's a yous gonna be good, and we've listened to you talk up this Arsenal team like it's the second coming.
Lad, he's only been our manager for fucking 9 months, lad. 9 months, and 3 of the months was in lockdown. So that excuses.
Listen, no, but we've already seen you have a manager before that.
Yes,
so
lad.
To that one.
I'd never had a new manager before. You got to give me the benefit of the doubt on that one.
A loyal Watch Cookin fan can go down through the older episodes and get the recording of Yono saying we won't do a Liverpool.
We haven't. Well, we have, to be fair. Oh, that was a good ball. Unlucky. So, I love Nketiah. But anyway, yeah.
Going back to it, we were on the cusp, but like, are we going to be good enough? Champions League final, got beat. Champions League final, won it. Could have won the Premier League in the same season, then win the Premier League. So in 2 seasons, we could have won them back to back realistically, but there was a game in between. There was pivotal games that we didn't win, do you get what I mean? And obviously the league that we didn't win. Going on to it, this season, to think that your team personally, because you said that the title race is blown wide open, to think that you can gain 40 points.
No,
if that.
I'm not saying that Arsenal are going to challenge for the title. What I'm saying is, I think...
So let's get the league title table up now, and say who's going to challenge for it.
Okay, I'll do that right now. That sounds...
So if that's what's going off current form, and if people are going to say, like, City are going to challenge us, or just like your generic big names, I don't think you're that silly enough to think, just... Don't get me wrong, he's obviously, if not the best player in the Prem. To say that we wouldn't miss him is ridiculous, because any team in the world would miss a player of that quality and calibre.
So what I think is that in your team specifically, in Liverpool's team, the reason that I'm not saying that you aren't going to win the league, I'm not saying that outright. I'm just saying from what I said at the start of the season. So again, a Watch Cookin fan could go back and find me saying this, but I said that I think the gap between 4th and 1st will be a lot closer this season. I think it's going to be an old-fashioned title race, lads, and this now has confirmed that for me. You're still, without him, you're still the best team in the league, top 2 in anyone's books. Even the most biased person has to say you're at least the second best, but even that's just being stupid. You're the best. You won the league last year, so that makes you the best team in the league. That's how I look at it. But him being missing out of your team is so important, lads. And I know Liverpool fans are trying to play it down, but if Aubameyang was injured for the season, or Harry Kane got injured for the season, or Bruno Fernandes got injured for the season, or Laporte got injured for the season, it could make a big difference on your season.
I understand it.
And I remember you saying last year, do you think Laporte, one injury doesn't make that much of a difference? And this is... Like,
they're still in crisis defensively.
I know they are.
He's obviously their best defender, but that's not like going to sort their problems.
No, and I agree. I think City... I don't think City are like City used to be, where you think they're going to beat every team 5-0 every week. They'll have them weeks where they do it, but then sometimes they go off the boil.
Exactly,
like against Palace,
that's one of them things.
They were off the boil.
They just... Them sort of teams want to play against them and just sit behind the ball, and they'll absorb everything and get anything that they can get from the game. But yeah, even with Liverpool, like, it's Joe Gomez's coming out season. Like, if he's the real deal, I'm not saying he's not good enough now. Like, he's our best centre back that we've currently got that can play. So this is a season where he's going to cement himself as he doesn't need Van Dijk next to him. Do you get what I mean? He's not good just because he plays next to him.
That is true. It could be like he could become the leader while he's not there. But going back to my argument where you were saying, I think that the title race is blown wide open. I mean that it's open as in, like, it's competitive again. Like,
yeah, obviously, because we just fucking took the piss last year.
Anyone can say, I remember last season when it was this time last year and you were like 15 points clear, and I was like, this isn't even funny. Like,
it's only gonna get worse.
They've won it already. Like, it got to Christmas and it was 20 points, lad, and no one had ever blown a 20-point lead.
Yeah, like,
so it wasn't gonna happen.
Yeah, you couldn't.
You had to lose 10 out of 20 games, and Man City had to win every single game. It was a joke. It was never gonna happen. But that's why now I think Van Dijk being injured does make big difference, and the fact that how long is Fabinho out for? Do you know yet? Is it serious one?
No, he pulls up
weeks at a time.
Yeah, he pulls up, so it's like
a month.
Best case scenario, like 3 weeks.
But there's a lot of games.
There's an international break.
Yeah, true. Actually,
when is it? Is it after this week?
Yeah, I think there's one more round of Prem games, and then that's it.
That's good for everyone's fantasy as well.
Yeah,
just a week off. Let me
catch me breath. Yeah. Last week was a shocker, man.
Everyone. That's why it's boss when everyone has the same captain. Because
there's not you could have done.
Yeah, but like when that Tottenham game happened, I was fucking wounded because I'd come out the pitches and I was like, it was still 0-0, and I was like, I was saying to me bed, like, because she's got both of them, but I was saying to her, honest to God, it's better if they don't get the points. Because
everyone else has got them.
No, because people have got them, and people have got them as the captain.
Triple captain, some possibly.
No, exactly. So I was like, anyone who gets these points off these now are going to beat everyone because everyone had Salah as captain. So, and then it was the dreaded Kane Son
link up. I've got Son, but I haven't got Kane.
I know, but it was one of them where you're like, oh no, like, you would have been better off if you didn't get the points. Trust me, lads.
Yeah. Tottenham's another mad one as well, like,
up and down.
They look so good one game and then they're shit, lad. Like, they were shit against Everton, proper shit. Then they started coming good, and then last night they were fucking pants again.
No, they got
battered. Not tonight, sorry.
They were shit against Everton, and then the next one was when they won, that when Son scores 4, I think.
Yeah, and I took him out. I had him first week, took him out for Rashford did fuck all, and Son scored 4 goals, and I was like,
4, that's like
that's why he's been in ever since. I put him straight back in and he hasn't gone back out.
4 is a sickening one.
Lad, if you took him imagine out, you captained him. I think the only one I've done I captained. I captained Aguero when he scored 4 once. Captained him, so I got like 45 points off him.
Imagine triple captain.
Game over, you've won the league.
Yeah, in one week. Do you remember that one time when I done that? So it was Liverpool versus Watford for 1 game week. So everyone plays FA Cups and account to just Liverpool. And I had a free hit and put all Liverpool and Watford players, and Salah scored 4, and I had Firmino and like Mane.
Right.
I literally got some like 65 points on Salah. Do you know what I mean?
250 point week.
Oh, you can't. That's the sort of shit when it happened. You just sat there like, I'm a mastermind.
Yeah. I should be the England manager.
People are coming to me for tips. You just gotta, like, oh no, I'm gonna sound so corny here, but it is proper true. It's like FIFA as well. You gotta know when to hold them, know when to fold them, know when to walk away, know when to run.
That I'm praying to God the prices go up tomorrow, because if they don't...
Did you buy some?
No, lad. I bought, so last week I was buying, do you know, the French left back for Wolfsburg.
Yeah,
I was buying him and he was going for like I was getting them for like 3.5k, and then I was selling them for 5, and then he was going up throughout the day, so I was just going up with it. Do you know what I mean? Matching the curve, and then I was getting them for like 5.5, but they were selling for like 7.5k, so it was worth it.
Yeah.
And then he dropped, and then he dropped and dropped and dropped and dropped, and then today on the awards he's gone down to 3k, and I paid 5.5k for them, so I've got like 10 of them. I need them to go up tomorrow. I need people to start buying them for weekend league tomorrow. Just to get me dough back. I need to get them to 6k just to get me dough
but
back.
That's the thing, lad. You got to take them losses. I took big losses on Havertz.
If he doesn't go up
big
tomorrow,
loss.
he's gone.
No, it was a big loss.
Was it?
Yeah.
Shit one.
Got a rule breaker Nangalan.
I've got 2 rule breaker Dumfries.
How much?
Because they go out of packs tomorrow.
He's like the proper cheapest one.
I only paid 20k for them. So even if they go up to 25, it was worth it. Just for a quick 10k, lad.
No, I get it.
Do you know how many coins I've got? I've got 200 coins.
200?
200 coins.
I thought you were going to say 200,000.
212 coins.
Why?
Because I've bought loads of players to make me dough, and I'm just praying they go up tomorrow.
Oh my god. You're messing.
It's the risks that we take.
You can't go broke, lad.
But I'm sitting on dough anyway because I'm selling Wijnaldum tomorrow. Guaranteed. Because he's like 59k now. And last week when he went down to like 60k and then went back up to like 75. So if he should go back up tomorrow, and I'll flog him. So I have got dough. I'm just sitting on it.
No, I got that Nangalan, and he goes for like
300k.
310k was like the going rate. And I've seen the spikes, and he goes up to like 350, and I got him for 295.
That is good.
So I was like, that's like a silly one not to do, but it's still like lads, when you're doing it with the bigger cards, lad, the tax.
Yeah, because if you buy a player for 300k and spin him, say you spin him for 300k, straight away, lad, you're losing 15k of it. Straight up, like
that's what I mean.
So you're having exactly 285 and trying to snipe a fucking card 20k under its limit. It's fucking hard, lad.
Yeah, no, exactly.
You gotta sit there for time and just get kicked
you can't even do it with them ones, because no one's gonna actually do that. You gotta be lucky with the other ones. That's FIFA in a nutshell, isn't it? You just gotta fucking know when to hold them and know when to fold them. We've got loads of stuff to talk about this week, but I did have a funny... Before we get into all the spooky chat, we'll have a little funny chat for anyone that's watching, and because something quite traumatic happened to me about a week ago. Not traumatic, just fucking hilarious. Should I incriminate myself or just allude?
Just allude.
Okay.
You don't have to put the skins and the sickies next to
shut up.
For the hot chocolate.
So, to be precise, it was on Derby Day. So, what happened, What's Cookin Nation? I was in work, and the match was on when I was in work. So when I'm trying to I weren't watching it, I was like, oh shit, I'm in for half an hour. So now I'm gonna I knew I was gonna be in town when I finished work. So I'm I'm gonna have some time to myself before I can watch the match. Because I'm not gonna try and rush and watch it get home. Because obviously I work in town and I live quite far away. And what I'm going to do is just sit off, watch the match for a bit on fucking BT Sport. Tits are going up in the fucking match at this moment in time. So
you've got a corner. What are you on about?
No, I was talking about fucking
when
I was being descriptive of me. You've got a corner. I was like, you didn't have a corner. Yeah. So what's happened is I've gone to smoke outside, and I'm watching the match in town, and then once I've finished, I'm going home ways, and what I'm gonna do is I'm watching the match on the bike. And I'm just about to get on the Leeds-Liverpool canal, and then when I'm I'm watching and riding at the same time, and I'm on the cycle path, and just as I'm about to turn, when I'm about to get on the canal, a car beeps next to me. So what I'm thinking to myself is, like, this car's just warning me it's gonna turn in next to me, because like I'm obviously being daft on my phone watching the match. So then when I turn and look, the car was a police car, and I was like, oh shit, okay. Just crossed the road, went to go up the canal, police car spins over, jumps out. I'm on my bike there, stood there watching the match, got me cap on, got me me neck warmer on, and the police both burst out and look at me and they're like, get off your bike. And I'm like, okay. And they're like, what are you doing? And I said to them, I'm watching the match. And then and they're looking at me like, what the fuck? Pull your face down, pull me neck warmer down. And they're looking at me, what's your name? I'm like, Charlie Gerrard. And they're like, should they incriminate the fella? Should they give him a warning that they're looking for you, mate? Because I'm getting a rap for it. Patrick Charles, if you're out there, watch out. But so not Patrick Charles, no. And I'm like, no, why, what? And they're like, what sort of shit were they saying to me now? Because lad, it was such the biggest fluster of my entire life. Like, don't get me wrong, I've spoke about it, run-ins with the law before, but this I just was not fucking prepared for. Like, I was watching the match, I was just about to sit off on the canal watching it, so I was just like a bit of the way home, and then the police fucking jump out the car and they're like, what's your name, blah blah blah. And they're like, what have you been doing? And I was saying to them, just come home from work, like, and I'm watching the match. And they're like, have you got any previous? And I was like, no mate, like, never been in trouble. Like, I haven't. So like, you're just gonna type my name into this thing and they're like, you're not gonna see nothing, do you get what I mean? And they're like, you haven't got anything daft on you, have you? No.
You know what though, you did well, lad, because some other people would have flapped it then and gone, yeah, I have.
Yeah.
But you played it cool, you did the right thing.
But it was, but this, at this moment in time, so like, don't get me wrong, so after this like run, he's like, he pats me back and he's like, what's in it? And I'm like, just me work stuff. Like, so I have like me bike lock and shit like that in it. And he just tell me to fuck off, like, not tell me, actually literally fuck off, but they're like, yeah, go on your way. And I'm like, okay, shitting like a shaken dog. But,
shitting like a shaken dog.
That's the podcast episode name. You can shit like a shaken dog.
Shitting like a shaken dog. That's the goat dog.
But, so my thought process in this at the time, I obviously, in hindsight, I'm so lucky that they were looking for someone else. Oh no, I ruined the big punchline, I fucked it up. They were like, unfortunately for you, mate, you're the dead ringer for someone we're looking for. So when he's like said, unfortunately, what am I doing?
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Yeah. So luckily for me, they were looking for someone else. Do you get what I mean? So it's like, in my head, I'm thinking they're just pulling me. Do you get what I mean? To like check me. So I'm like, I'm done for here. Do you get what I mean? I'm done. Must have stung. I'm there just like, lad, like, you know the way that I am. Like, even then when I started that story, reliving that was like, yeah, fucking hell, it was like you G'd up for the moment, as in, not, I'm just minding your own business, and then it's went 0 to 100 in a second, and you've got to be like,
too busy.
Yeah, lad, you've just got to be like, I was honest, because I didn't do anything wrong anyway. Do you get what I mean? Like, that's why it's funny in hindsight, because anyone who's been in trouble or anything, it's just like me talking about a proper stupid situation, isn't it? Like,
it's funny,
the police speaking to you. I know, but so fucking, oh my god.
It's only funny because
What am I going to do
it
with my
happened
bike?
to you, and I know exactly what you're like, and I can just picture the whole thing going down. It's hilarious.
Because like you're playing it cool, but you're shitting yourself.
If anyone's watching, if yous have got any mad plod stories, get them in the chat. We want to hear your maddest plod stories. Times where you've been pulled over, or if you've seen something mad happening, let us know. We love funny plod stories.
But you were there for the other one.
I didn't call you bold in all.
You were there for the other one with me.
Yeah, the busy van coming round the corner. I know.
One of the
I
worst.
spotted it and I said, "There's a Matrix van," and you're like,
like that was the actual worst one of all time.
yeah, because we were in the most bang on spec.
No,
ever.
but do you remember? Because it was pitch black and we thought it was like a one-way street, and from nowhere.
Oh yeah, I didn't know there was a
That's
corner.
what I mean.
Didn't have
from
a clue there was a corner.
nowhere, this fucking Matrix van come out and then the lights on your head and you stood there.
Horrible.
Oh my god.
Horrible.
Got a folded up joint in me back pocket.
Still lit.
Oh my god.
Oh, sick.
Jesus Christ.
When was that Halloween?
No, that was What's Cookin's night out, like for one of the first years, I think.
Was it?
Yeah.
Was that when we went to K?
Something like that. That's how long
what a
ago it
gaff.
was.
Rest in peace.
But what was the other one? I know all me run-ins and like when I'm a kid and like let the police be like traumatise you to a fucking certain extent, as in like saying stupid shit to you. Do you get,
It's
like,
funny though,
we'll
'cause
put
you
stuff
only
on
get scared off the actual busies, like, and then the PCSOs come and you just tell them
No.
instead. You can't even arrest me.
That is a funny one, but like they wouldn't even send them around the square because like it was just
There was
like
trouble.
yeah, it was too bad.
They needed the army.
Yeah.
Send the troops in.
I remember when we were hanging outside the shop trying to get someone to go in for us, and it was like an
Oh, what a
Oh
miss,
my
man. Lad, that's gotta go in. How have you missed that?
yeah,
Sitter.
it was like an undercover, like not busy, but like someone of authority, and they're like grabbing you, and you got the fucking, and you were like, oh my, like we were about 13, 14, trying to get someone to go in the shop.
As if they fucking... Why have they got plod checking for that? Do your fucking jobs and go and catch the fucking murderers and the nonsense instead of the fucking kids trying to buy 10 Lambert and Butler outside the shop. Get a grip, man.
Ale, lad, fucking...
So what?
It's funny thinking about that. Like, because when you're a kid, it was mental, wasn't it? Do you know, like...
What, getting bevy?
Yeah. Lads... that's
we
proper...
had a plug, lads. We had a plug. We were sound.
Whose was it? Was it like someone's older brother or
No,
something?
like... I don't want to be incriminating shops, lad, but we had a shop that used to serve us, lad.
Really?
Yeah.
That's so sick.
Yeah, it was. It was boss. It was sick.
That's so sick.
What the funniest thing is, I've got to tell this because it's too funny not to. Do you know
It's
who
the
fella?
tunes
It's
fella, yeah.
ding 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 ding, him, lad. He's the fella, but I'm not telling you where the shop was. So, but whoever you are, I know his name, but I'm not grassing him up. You're
That's
a fucking
so
scouser,
sick, yeah.
sickest fella there.
As how old was she? She was probably like
Lad,
15,
half the kids in Bootle would have bought their bevy off him, lad.
Yeah.
He was... We bought his Christmas presents, lad.
What do you mean?
We used to go every week, like,
oh, okay.
and buy
Wait,
bevy
I
off
thought you
him
meant
for
you
like
actually...
2 years
I
straight.
thought you meant you bought him Christmas presents. I was like,
We inadvertently did. He was a sick man, though.
what was the recipe?
What do you mean? Oh, lad, half bottle of Glen's vodka and a, you know, the 89p LSVs in the big grey bottle, or a boost, but the LSVs were like 50p cheaper, so you went for the LSV.
That sounds fucking disgusting.
It was horrible, but it was like rocket juice, man. You'd drink it and you'd just be pissed in about fucking 10 minutes.
No one nearly drunk like straight like that, and that's it's silly thinking
Beer
about it.
doesn't get you bevy though, like that actually got you pissed, and also
that gets you rotten.
It
like,
does, but
sickly
only if you
rotten.
drink fucking a stupid amount.
Yeah, but
lad.
people do. When you're a kid, lad, it's a laugh. And
Everyone's got one, haven't they, where it went wrong. Where it all went wrong. What are your gone wrong stories as well? Tell us your gone wrong story.
Oh,
yes! Well in. Eddie, that's the type of goals he gets, lad.
Just not the sitter before.
He's just they're normally the type of goals he gets. He just knows where the ball's gonna be, lad, and he stands there and it comes.
Look who's he scored past, lad.
Your dad.
Yeah, that. Me dad fucking wishes. But yeah, the first one of them I'll never forget. Only because it is. You think you're like, not even you can do it, but you don't actually. This is me only like blackout one. Do you know, like how they weren't like actually blacked out, but I can remember all my funny nights out when you've been pissed and when you've. But this one was like it was a downward spiral straight away. Like went to a lad's birthday, he just made like a shit mix. Do you know, like I just put lads exactly, and you're just like, oh yeah, go ahead. Can't even remember how much of it I drunk, and I don't even remember how, like, I didn't drink loads, you get what I mean, but I just remember not being there. I've come home, and then the next morning, like, that was like the first proper hangover. Do you know, like, I've drank before when I was a kid. Do you get what I mean? This was like when I was about 16 or
and you
something.
wake up and you sound lad, and you go out the next day as normal.
No, but lads, I woke up and like went to like drink just like a bit of fucking Luco in the fridge, and it's just like wretch, and you know, you just like, you're there rocked for the first time, you sat there and you can't keep anything down, you're throwing everything up, and you're just like, how the fucking hell does anyone do this? The other gone wrong. I've had loads, do you know, where just fucking, if you're being sick one, like, I don't be sick all the time, but I do have fucking turn for the worst moments where I'm like, oh no, I shouldn't have smoked that when I'm this pissed.
I have
like,
to expose
stupid.
You here, lads. You're sick more than anyone I know.
Yeah.
By a mile.
Oh.
Yes, 2-0. Who's that? Joe Willock.
But I definitely
The
drink
Tyrolese.
more than people that you see drink, like when you go out with the people.
No, like, it's not that you're a lightweight. You're not a lightweight,
like
because
I
you do
get,
drink.
no, I get pissed
I
dead
know.
quick.
I know, you do. But you're also sick more than anyone. Comfortably. Like, when we go out to town, I always wonder if Charlie's gonna be sick. I don't think that about anybody else, only you, lad.
I haven't been sick in ages.
When was the last time?
Lads, exactly. I haven't actually been sick in ages.
I don't think you have, to be fair. But
the ones are the way. Oh, lad.
we haven't been out for ages.
No, but
Lad,
honestly,
but some of yours.
No, you're gonna laugh at this one. I'm gonna say,
because they're not my stories to tell. But there's one in my mind now that's making me cry.
There's one I don't think you know, but I remember me better to laugh at it off. Like, and it is, and I'm like, you've got to get a bag. Waking up in the middle of the night, but she didn't have a bag there one night, right? And I told her she should have got it, and I woke up, and you know, when you just like, you're hot, and you know, and like, you got to walk the whole London in airs before you get to, lads. It's about 3-4 in the morning, run across the London, pristine in their house. Do you get what I mean?
It's not your own house where you can be sick on the floor.
Run in the bog as I made it to the toilet, but didn't get it
all over the toilet. That's wasted on the floor. That's well wasted on the floor.
Lad, seriously, I made it to the toilet, but just had to
disgusting, man.
Everywhere.
Then again, I'm saying that like I didn't have to fucking brush your vomit out of my back garden, lad.
You'd rather it there than it in your fucking living room.
In the bog, lad. You'd have to go past the bog to get to the back garden, and you still ran the back garden.
At them moments in time, I'm thinking to myself, I just need fresh air. But that was
everyone knows you're going to be sick.
No.
For you, lad. That's what you're saying.
I can convince myself I'm not going to be sick until you get to that last one, and then the stuff comes up your throat there, and you're like, oh shit. I've had loads of them, and I've went, oh, you got it there, and then you go.
I've never done that once in my life.
I've done that once in my parents' house. I can't hold it in.
You've knocked it in ways I've never knocked it, lad. That's how much you know.
Lad, I know, we're just talking about the other one, and then we went past it.
Yeah, and you were dead in the door, lad.
Oh, that was
you
the
were
worst.
knocking on Evan's door that night.
I think, honestly, that was my first proper whitey. Like,
that was a bad
I don't know.
That was, as far as whiteys go,
Lad,
the
but I
best
was
of them.
pissed as fuck though.
Yeah,
Like,
no, I know.
I remember
you
the
was.
exact moment, and we just done it, and I was stood there, and we were like leaning on the wall, and my head just going.
Horrible,
And I
man.
could feel going, and I was like, let me just sit down over here, lad.
There was a point where you were lying on a concrete step like this, lying down like this, going stick out the side, and I was like, oh, we're going over here. And fucking I took you home on my own, lad.
That taxi?
Yeah. Making you stop here. He's got to be sick.
Oh, at least I weren't sick in the taxi.
Yeah,
I'm good for
exactly.
it.
Can you open the window?
Imagine being sat at the bus stop.
You're going back.
Just in my head. It rolls out.
Oh,
Oh my god.
yeah. You are a culprit.
Lad, I
when it
hate
comes to
myself.
that.
This is what I mean. I fucking hate myself and think about it.
I've never knocked it. I'm lying. I've never knocked it. Have I ever knocked it off Bevy?
You've got to have had.
No, I have. I'm lying. I have knocked it off Bevy, but
That's impossible.
I don't think it was off Bevy. I think it was off the food I ate while I was bevied, and it made me
Oh
fucking.
no, but lad, that's what properly happens when like you bevy, lad. Like that's what's a sign of not being pissed, lad. Because lad, when you're proper pissed and if you eat food, lad,
You're gonna
be
knock
sick.
it. Yeah.
Like you just like you've swished all this fucking greasy food, and like don't
And
get
it's
me
all
wrong, it tastes
mixing,
nice.
and it's
But, lad, how often when you're pissed, when you've got all the off food in front of you and you're there and you nail it and you just and you don't even realise that you've ate anything because you've just fucking
Wolfed it.
yeah, 'cause you stand there waiting in the fucking busy fucking
Yeah,
guns,
for ages.
fucking
They shout your
and
and you're like,
no, they shout it, cheese and garlic bread, you're fucking pissed as a fart.
What?
Oh yeah, celebrating when it's come before anyone else's. Jesus Christ. Remember when going out used to be like that? I'm not asked though. Like I'm more asked about just like I'd rather just see people and sit off anyway. Like
same. Like I don't go to town that much, but now that I don't have it, you want to go, lad. It's always the way.
it will not be the same for till about
For a
like
while.
2:23. Do you get what I mean?
It
It's
will
like
be a while.
crazy. But less of that. That's just fucking.
Yeah.
It's not even depressing, 'cause it's how you treat it. Everything's how you react to it. And if you just want to fucking fill your mind with poison, be my guest. 'Cause the R8. What is the R8? That fucking
What else happened this not this week, the last couple of weeks?
Well, it is quite spooky season, isn't it?
Yeah.
And there's ghosts and ghouls knocking about the next couple of days. Let us know what your funniest Halloween costumes been and stuff like that. 'Cause it is a good festivity, but this year's probably going to be obviously like non-existent. What can you?
Yeah, well, I doubt kids will go trick or
No,
treating.
you can't
properly,
like
will
that. Obviously, and like they shouldn't really. And I'm not saying they shouldn't just because of this kung flu.
because of nonsense.
Yeah, it's just trick or treating was dying anyway. How often did you get
We've
kids?
never had anyone.
I know. I was gonna say how often.
But it was a staple when we was kids.
Lad, do you remember the bag she used to bring back?
Yeah,
Like seriously.
lad. the annoying thing was my dad's a fat shit, right? And he'd nail it, lad, and he'd think you wouldn't notice, lad.
Yeah,
You'd
you're
go back
watching
the
it go
next
down, the
morning and you're
nicest
like,
stuff's gone.
do you think I'm soft? Do you think I'm soft that you just so happen to buy this one chocolate bar every time you go to shop, and lo and behold, all mine are gone? Oh no, you didn't get any. I fucking did get some, you fat shit.
That is so funny.
But to be fair, I used to eat my dad's chocolate and he used to go mad. But you would, now looking back, if someone done that to me, lad, if I've got a nice chocolate bar in the fridge and I'm looking forward to it and I get home from work and it's gone, I'm like, you motherfucker. So my dad must have been fuming. He's been in work all day and his little fat kid comes home and eats his chocolate bar, and he'd love nothing more than to call me a little fat shit. That, because I would, you little fat bastard. Can't have nothing in this house. And he should have. He didn't, but he should have.
They're the worst ones that when, because you're like, Tom used to do that to me, and it burned your head out, because you're just like, why are you like that? Like, it's so selfish.
It is. And now I get it. But lad, when I was a kid, you don't think of that. No, I just think it's chocolate in the fridge. Yeah. I'm eating it.
And there's only one chocolate
I used to
bar.
sneak biscuits upstairs, lad.
Yeah, lad, but it was survival of the fittest. Now, as if there was digestives there, it was how many you could get before they were gone. So, like, but you got to get a fair hand, otherwise if you only take like 2 or 3, by the time you come back it's gone. Do you get what I mean? Like, not fucking family who are going to get like fucking 3 packs of digestives in one big shop. Do you get what I mean? Fucking there's a packet of digestives for a cup of tea when we get out.
Crumbs flying and paper getting ripped up.
Lad, 4 packs of shit, and then it was like, who gets the extra one?
Yeah, there's 5 in our house.
Lad, there was 3. When it was me dad, and our Tom.
My ma never used to fucking eat like crisp and chocolate and that. And to be honest, I never saw my ma eat. My ma used to just nail scram when we went to bed, because she never used to eat. Whenever she'd make tea, I'll have mine later, and you think,
really?
Yeah, all the time, lad. Don't know why you'd always say to her, what are you doing that for? But Mars don't listen, man. And then fucking me dad was just an absolute monster, lad. Like when we go to Mackey's, lad, he used to get like a Big Mac meal, another Big Mac burger, and then a McChicken sandwich on top of that, and then sometimes you get nuggets, like 20 nuggets and like 2 burgers, and you're like, fucking hell, how are you
eating that? Get a Big Mac and like 2 or 3 double cheeseburgers.
Yeah, he always got the big burgers, but have you had the triple cheeseburger?
That's just too much.
It's not.
That's just too much.
It's not, lad.
I'm not a fan of just more meat. I like
more cheese as well.
I like the concoction.
It's more cheese as well.
I like the fucking relish in there.
The meat to bun ratios.
They need an extra fucking bread bun in there.
Because then it's a Big Mac with red sauce.
Nah, they've got the onion relish. They don't have onion relish on.
It's not relish, lad.
All's in it. Ketchup, mustard and
but it's
relish,
not.
Isn't it?
No, lad, literally. I'll show you. I've made many of them in my day. The bun, you go squirt of red sauce, squirt of mustard. You pick the onion up and put it on.
Yeah, like that.
But it's not relish. Yeah, it's just the same as the pickles being on there. It's nice. I hate when people get it plain. If you get it plain, you're a wanker. But
I can't believe people get it plain.
It's bad. Pathetic.
No, but you have that energy that you're carrying, but you don't like some fucking shit.
Yeah, I don't have it plain, no, lad. There's a difference between not having mushrooms in something or taking a tomato off a burger.
No, I know.
Than it is to getting bread and meat and cheese and not a lick of fucking sauce on it. It's dry.
Bread and meat and cheese. That is the best analogy. It just does not.
It's peasant food, lad.
Where's the zest?
Yeah, there's nothing. There's no life.
The ketchup and mustard's the nicest fucking bit.
It is nice. The nicest sauce is the mayo that they put on the McChicken sandwich, because it's not the same mayo, lad. It's got its own gun. there's like sauce guns, yeah, in there, and like
That's
there's
what
like
they call it.
red sauce, mayo, mustard, and then I think it's called sandwich sauce or McSandwich sauce, and it's its own, and tartar sauce for the fish. But the McSandwich sauce is fucking lovely when you dip your chips in it. Lad, I've tried every Mackey's concoction you can think of.
I don't even know the sauce that you do. I just get sweet curry every time.
Yeah, no, this is the sauce that goes on the burgers.
Could you use them for your own, like, free will? If you could, you make your own burger then what you wanted.
You're not meant to, because you'd only get 5 points, but like you can fucking
explain the point system for people.
I might get sued by Mackey's. it might not exist no more, but when I was there, you got 5 points. Yeah,
the glitch in the matrix.
You got 5 points, like, for your meal if you was on the shift, and all the food was worth a certain amount of points. So like, the one that you could physically get the most food on was, you got all the fries were the same points.
It should be 1.
Even a small and a large was still 1.
Okay.
And people used to not get a large. And I
Why?
was like, what are you doing,
What's
man?
the point?
You're throwing money down the
Yeah,
drain.
what is the actual point?
Same with the drinks. Same with the drinks.
And people won't get a large.
Yeah. So what I used to do was get a Big Mac, which was 2 points, a large chips, which was 1 point, a large drink, which was 1 point, and then I had 1 point left.
Yeah.
So I'd always get a McFlurry, but a cheeseburger was 1 point, but you could make a double and get away with it. So you just put an extra burger on and hope that no one saw you do it. And then throughout the shift, you just scram the nuggets and that. Yeah, of course you do that. Wouldn't you? Like, come on, you're in Mackey's. Like, you can't just be taking the piss, robbing food, lad, because you'll get fucking majorly bollocked for it. But like,
is it frowned upon you?
Yeah, majorly. But on the sly, you'll slip a little nugget in, like, on the snide.
And what you count, like, the nuggets and that, is in, like, is there
there's a waste, yeah. There's a waste manager who, like, counts how much food you're wasting, and they've got like a budget, and you get bollocked for it. Like, it is mad how like it's run. It was crazy seeing behind the bamboo curtain.
What was Ronald like working for?
He was sad. He's a good lad. Humble beginnings. So yeah, if you had a double cheat, if you had a burger from the Mackey's in town, the big one, between August and February 2013 to 2014, I probably made it.
I like the
With
time.
blood, sweat
I
and
had
tears.
one. I can't believe you didn't work on the one closer to home.
Nah, no, just where the jobs was.
I know, I get it, but oh my
What
God,
was we
man.
talking about?
Mackey's.
Getting bevies on nights out, and we ended up on that.
Mackey's.
What else has happened over the last few weeks? The UFC was on Saturday.
That fucking what Slayer gonna call him and not get told off.
Do you mean Khabib?
Yeah.
Why are you slaying him? Give the man his respect.
It's fucking boring.
Nah, that wasn't boring, lad. Come on, don't be like that.
Do you know what the funny
that
thing
was
is?
sick, lad, the way he fucking...
I know, I understand. I'm not
span
saying
round him
the
and-
way that he is his boss, but it's what's funny about him, that he's my everyone counts against him. It's because everyone looks at him and go, you can't fucking hit him.
Knock him out, you can knock him out.
You'll watch him fight.
Lad, he
and
took one of the heftiest digs of all time in that fight.
you can't fucking see the replays because it was box office, that's what's annoying. But yeah, you see him fight and he's so fucking like, he does these mad Ben Askren looping punches and you're like, someone's gonna punch his fucking head in, but yeah, he's boss at just
if he
shagging
gets
people
hold of
on
you
the
before
floor.
you punch him, you're fucked, basically. That's how it goes. But there's since he won
The top,
and
the
being
goat.
pound for pound, that's not even like a debate, by the way. It's John Jones, like,
Don't be a prisoner at the moment.
lad, yeah, correct. For once he chats the most shit, but he's right there fucking telling there's no way in hell John Jones is not the pound for pound number one. you're a fucking joke if you think otherwise.
What's funny about it as well, people are lining up the posts by saying, like, look at his last 3 title defences and look at his last 3 title defences, and I'm like, the reason why John Jones's calibre ones aren't that good is because he's beat everyone else as well, and there's no one left for him to fight, and he's fighting them to appease them people who were giving him shit, saying he's not fighting, but he's like, so who's that top fella now? I'll come back and fight them.
He fought from the golden era of the light. He came into the golden era of the light heavyweight division, like when the very first UFC game came out, UFC Undisputed, and it was like
Forrest Griffin on the
Forrest Griffin, Chuck Liddell, Rampage Jackson, Rashad Evans, Lyoto Machida, Shogun. He beat them all. He literally went through every single one of them. Then then obviously got in loads of shit, but still never lost a fight. Didn't fight for ages, came back, fucking
beat the person who's being active and fucking
who was the actual champ. Like, he beat him, and then not only that, he keeps the belt and hangs around and beats all the up and comers who come with it. Like, what more could you possibly want him to do than that? I don't get what else you'd want him to do. He's beat everyone you've put in front of him for like the last, fucking 10 years. When did he make his debut?
I'd say 2008. Oh,
what a goal that is. That was with his wrong foot as well, that. Pepe 3-0. See, it's a drubbing.
Who the fuck is playing?
I know. And this is our second team, by the way, so don't...
Who? I've just seen Pepe.
Pepe doesn't start.
Like, how much did you pay for him?
He doesn't start, though. Why doesn't you pay 45 million for Jota and he doesn't start?
How much did you pay for
72 million. But he doesn't start every game. That's a goal, that, pick that out. See, lad, that's the flash. Remember I said the other day that he shows flashes of what he can do, but he's just so inconsistent. There's the flash, lad. Look at that roll. Bang. Beauty. No, Alisson wouldn't save that.
Shut up.
No keeper in the world saving that.
What the fucking hell's going on, guys?
What was that?
Shut up, lads. That was top notch.
That was a quality goal, that. But that's what he can do. He is inconsistent at the minute.
Is Pepe a nickname?
No, his name's Nicholas Pepe.
Is it actually?
Yeah. Because
you don't know with some of them.
Nah, it's Brazilians that have nicknames normally. They just go one names because the names they've got about 12 names. Nah,
but there's that one English fella
who goes by one name.
No, with his nickname. Danny Drinkwater.
What does he have on it? What do you mean?
Drinkwater's not a second name.
Yeah, it is.
No, it's not.
Lad. Are you being serious?
Yeah.
You don't think that's his name?
It's obviously not.
Lad, are you mad?
Lad, it's obviously not.
Why would he call himself it then?
Lad, that's no one in history's second name.
That is it. Why? I don't know if you're joking. It's obviously his name, lad.
It's not.
Would you pick that name for the back of your shirt?
Obviously not, but it's not your second name.
It is his name, lad. Of course it's his name.
It's obviously... it's a running joke because it was a command, like, Keaton drink water. Like, Keaton drink the water, lad.
Yeah, but it's still his name.
Danny drink water.
It is his name.
Lad.
I thought you meant like someone who goes by one name, like Javinho. He's the only African one I can think of who's got one name. Who goes by one name. I can't think of no more. It's normally Brazilians, innit? Like, you think of the whole Brazil team, they all just one names.
There'll be
or a couple of two names.
Go on.
Big counter. Play it inside.
Shut up.
Yeah, well, we've had a question anyway from the What's Cooking universe, have you seen the new
Oh
Borat
my.
yet? No, I haven't, man. Which is annoying because it means we can't talk about it.
You fucking...
I've wrecked
prick.
it. Nah, it's my own fault.
I know it is.
Go
I
on.
said the other day.
You can talk about it.
No, I'll give you a sales pitch on why people should watch it. Because, like, first and foremost, I don't think, like, you're that stupid enough to think it's going to be better than the first one.
Everyone knows who he is, so it can't be.
Exactly. So thank you very much. For the people who would, like, if you're going to watch it, you got to take it with a pinch of salt. And, like, it's obviously... that first one's like next level because it's peak. As he's just said, he's too famous. So everything what this is going to be not clutching at straws. That's unfair. But now it's funnier now because how old were we when Kazakhstan? But that come out.
It came out in 2004, I think.
No, it never.
Or 2006.
I'd say 6, 7, and we were young then. So like even
were
though
10 if it came out in
this one,
2006.
so we liked it and we still grow up and like it now, but obviously because we're growing up and adults, you'll watch it all and know all the adult jokes, as in like not to say like fucking dicks and fannies.
Do you mean
and shit.
Borat or the new one?
No Borat as in the new Borat, as in like it's current affairs stuff that's going on. Do you get what I mean? Like if you're not living under a rock,
you'll get it.
Absolutely every single one. And it's just like it's grotesque, as in like, because obviously we live in a PC society, so then when you hear anything that's coming out, you're like, it does something to your brain, lad. Like only because we live in a fucking society now, and even like when you go on social media and you like people wanting to be called by the pronouns, that's the one that gets me when you've got it
It's
in
just
the bio.
stupid.
Like when you've got it
is
in the
just
bio,
stupid. Like
kills me.
you're taking the seriousness away from the actual issue at hand. Like the cause that you're arguing for is, I agree with the cause, but I don't agree with like you just like making life difficult, like picking and choosing what you like, not what your gender is. That's the bit I agree with, but like saying you've got to call me they and like all that mad shit, like I just don't understand. Surely to God, there's the effort that you're putting into that you can put into the actual solving of the problem, not just being a fucking arsewipe about it.
No, dude, it's not even about being an arsewipe about it. It's just like, what I'd like to think is, if you were gonna be getting to know anyone that, and you want anyone in your life, you'd tell them that. But like putting it on your fucking, the first thing that anyone's gonna see on your bio, it's a bit like, I get the vibes of like, you know, when people put like the boyfriend's and girlfriend's name and where they're from and shit like that, and like just like little emojis to go with like the little things.
The police.
Like, don't get me wrong, your bio technically is like maybe a little summary of yourself or whatever. I'm not saying I've got the perfect bio or anything.
My
like
bio's
that.
the fat
It's
one.
no, it's not even like you're judging it on anyone, but just I couldn't think of anything worse than like putting down your credentials and limiting yourself to something, as in like, this is what I do, everything what like, do you understand what I'm saying, as in
diluting yourself down to like,
yeah, you've bullet pointed yourself of what you are in this fucking thing, and I'm like, you don't have to do that. It just has to be like, this is an extension of people getting to know you, but like, people are only going to get to know you if they actually speak to you. Do you get what I mean? Don't have to fucking sell yourself on this as...
Yeah, but that's what it is, lad. That's just what fucking
so
social media is.
I'm not fucking soft. No, how to play the
but
game,
but it's just stupid. Like, it like I say, it takes away from the seriousness of what you're actually like standing up for. You're just making yourself the butt of the joke. It's fucking stupid, man. Just like, you can't expect people to fucking not take the piss out of you for like trying to change the way that you fucking people talk about you in a literal sense the words. You have to say these words
No,
when you speak to
exactly.
me. It's like, what do you mean? I
I don't even know what's going to come
Yeah,
out my mouth.
like,
I'm not
I get-
trying to offend you by calling you
there's
he
a good
or
chance
she or
I'm gonna
whatever.
get it wrong. Like,
Yeah.
so don't take it so seriously. You don't need to be so
Happens every
serious
day
about
as
it.
well.
1,000,000% does.
But yeah, but that too is good.
I'll have to watch it. I will. I definitely will.
Yeah, it's just like shock factor. You'll watch it and be like, oh my god.
I'll
Like,
watch it on Sunday. That's the perfect time for me to watch it.
it's just a film, just fucking. I
I'll
don't
stick it
get
on.
why people want to like judge it and just be like, it's not as good as the first one. I'm like,
It's not gonna be. It's
No,
it's
just
gonna
a
be
fish.
completely different.
just be excited that there's another one
There's
of these.
no way you could do the things that he did in the first one when everyone in the world knows exactly who you are. Like, if he turns up to a fucking rodeo to sing the Kazakhstan national anthem in this one, he's getting fucking battered. That's like, it's just the way it is. But the original Borat's definitely in my top 5.
No, I need to watch it
Without
again.
question.
I need to watch it
Without
again.
question.
It's so fucking good because I haven't seen that in proper years.
It would not fly now, man. Oh, there'd be murder if that came out now. Can you imagine it? Can you imagine the chaos?
Well, it just did.
No, like, lad, if this one came out now where he's talking about, like, fucking stoning homosexuals and, like...
That he says pretty some.
Yeah, well, I
Mad
haven't
shit
watched
on
it,
this
so I
one.
need to watch it first, but the first one is crazy funny. Crazy funny.
Oh, I'm not going to do it any, but like, personally, for anyone who's watching at home, like, the Jewish stuff was my favourite. Like, you'll know obviously when you're watching it, but lad, it's like,
The best...
it's crazy.
The one where the cockroaches come under the door and he's throwing the money at the cockroaches.
What do you say, the gypsies or Jews?
It's they're in the hotel and it's the old man and
I know.
woman. Oh, that poor old man
Take
and
off
woman.
your
No, man. They must have been like, what the fuck?
Where should they put this?
Or when he
He's got the
fucking
chair. That's one of the best bits in the
lad,
film, lad.
he goes in the shop and breaks everything in this man's shop, lad. He breaks the whole shop. This is some actual fella's actual shop, and he just goes in and knocks one thing over and the whole place just goes to shit. Can you imagine that fella? Oh, that film ruined lives. Ruined his life. Can't wait to watch this one.
I need to watch Ali G again. Sacha Baron Cohen's fucking on fire, isn't
The
it?
goat. One of the goats.
They're just what did he play in Ireland? He played that gay football. Oh no,
Gaelic
gay. Yeah,
football, yeah.
that's it.
It's like a rugby ball, isn't it? Is it a rugby ball? Or is it rugby rules with a football?
Don't you have them fucking hockey sticks?
That's lacrosse,
Oh,
I think. Or I don't know. You've threw me off now. I think Gaelic football's like rugby rules, but with a football, I think. Or is that Australian rules football? Oh, I don't know, man. They're all shit anyway.
So you pick up the ball, but you play footy, like, but you just run with the ball.
Yeah,
and, like,
yeah.
Hold it.
It's
instead of
rugby
kicking
with a
it.
football, and
We are lads.
I think you have to
We've
kick it.
too much about foot. It's rugby with football.
And,
it's
and
rules
I
with-
think it's got a goal and a thing, and you can either try and score the goal
or
take
try.
the easy points and kick it over the thing. I think, but I might be making that up. But if that's not a sport, someone should make it.
Sounds.
It
No.
sounds shit, but someone will
You
play
just
it.
need to drop the lip.
So, see, this is what I mean. These are two of our starters, lads. Who I'd say if I was picking our starting 11,
A
they'd
player
be
who
in the
doesn't
starting 11.
technically actually play for you.
He's on loan. What's wrong with that? We might buy him at the end of the season.
For the
It's his second
season.
year on loan.
That's not very convincing.
We don't have the
is it?
dough, lad. We didn't have the money. We had to buy in other areas, and we had to buy a different type of midfielder. So, good business, in my opinion, to get him on loan for nothing.
I didn't think about that when he mess him.
And he's
But-
good as well.
We're gonna head over to the spooky section now, so hopefully I'm scared. Do you remember that vine years ago? It's so stupid, but it was funny. Where it was like the boo sign, but it was back to front, and like he's looking at it, and then he turns it around and says boo. So funny. So first one. If COVID wasn't ruining our Halloween, what would you have gone as this year?
I know what I want our next... if we ever get to do a joint Halloween costume, there's only one I want to do. Ever. And it'll be the goat, nothing will ever beat it.
I'm going to be so disappointed if you say something. If it... Go on.
I want us to be Lou and Andy off Little Britain. You be Lou and I'll be Andy. It's the goat, no one's ever beaten it. I'll even go fully bald, I'll bick me head for it and get the little ginger sidey bits that go down.
I could do a good Lou with me.
I know you could, you got the perfect hair for it. Just brush it back so it's all bushy like that.
Come out sideways.
But we have to do the voices.
I thought you said you didn't like the colour red.
I thought it should remind you of death and the agonising struggle of mankind.
Yeah, no.
Sick. And Little Britain's another one of them that would not fly now. Like
I don't even see anything wrong with it. I know, but
it's because of the blackface, I think.
Yeah, and I remember who made this.
And the Ainsley Harriott one, yeah. I think it's one of Ainsley Harriott's recipes. That's hot. Do you know what the horriblest one is?
She used to piss herself.
She just pisses in the shop all over the floor.
It's dead uncomfortable. It's like not even funny. You're watching it going.
Oh, that's hilarious. That's you, but knocking it.
Funny Halloween costumes. I don't know, I like to go for out there ones. Wrestler wise, I'd probably go for
Shawn Michaels could be on the cards for you.
I like going the fucking full ballies are always the funniest.
Yeah, but imagine having some heartbreaking pants.
I know. Oh.
You'd walk around your room playing the theme song. I think I'm cute. I know I'm sexy. I've got the looks.
I was looking at Ali G stuff the other day. It would always be boss, but it's a dead generic one, but I fucking love it too much. And then
you could do it justice though. You could do, if you actually got a boss bright yellow trackie, it'd be sick.
Not a fucking
a shitty Ali G costume.
Yeah, get
if you got the proper rig out, because you could definitely wear it.
Wicked.
Jungle is massive.
If you wash your clothes at a non-colour-fast rate, you tell that's like she might cost you your life. They're always good ones, but people go for scary ones, and I don't go for scary ones because it's just funny, isn't it? Dressing up, it's funny seeing what everyone pulls out, and if they
I haven't dressed up for years.
Adequate job.
But if you want to go as Lou and Andy next year, I'm game.
Possibly. We'll think of a better one. We might include some blackface.
No, I'm not blackface.
What's wrong with it? I'm only messing.
Les Ferdinand. I'll go with Les Ferdinand like that kid. He's the fucking scousest fella ever him.
Wasn't even Scouse, was he?
So it's the hilarious.
What's your favourite scary movie? I had to say that in Ghostface voice, but I don't know what it is. I haven't got a favourite one because we spoke about this last week, but...
You're a shitbag, aren't you? Do you mean the scariest or the one I like the most?
Oh, no, actually, I've got you there on a technicality. I'm going to say Scary Movie 2.
Oh, it is the best scary movie.
Yeah.
It is the best scary movie out of them all. Scary Movie 2, Scary Movie 4, they're my favourites.
One's bossed out.
Yeah, I know it is, but Scary Movie 2's
Which one was 4? Was 4 with the aliens?
The aliens.
I was saying this to me parents a couple of days ago. Like, do you remember? Like, just stupid shit that people used to quote all the time. Like, I made a proper laugh and made me proper laugh. Just run, bitch, run.
Brenda.
What would your last words been to her? Run, bitch. That was a proper iconic fucking one. But go on, you can have your little horror section for the people, even though I'm not into
There's
it.
there's scary, there's ones that are like
Recommend one
films.
for me that might make me be sick.
That'll make, lad, I've got loads that'd cripple you, lads, with anxiety for life. I'd put you in a home, lad, if I told you about some of the films I've seen.
And I'm laughing, eating.
Are you eating pretzels again?
I need to watch that fucking horror film.
Which one?
That fucking J-Dog and Sam Dundalk. Oh my god,
The Facebook one.
So Eddie, I know I'm sorry for people because I know it's just an inside joke, but we'll do our best to explain it. So ages ago, J-Dog and Sam Dog are sat at home. And they're like, yes, we've got the cozy box on tonight. We're going to sit at home and watch
He may as well have, like, the thing is with J-Dog is he doesn't live stream anymore, but you know when he's doing something that he's enjoying doing, because he tells you he's going to do it, then he tells you an hour before that he's going to do it again, and then he tells you that he's doing it right now, and then you get his reaction at the end of what he's just watched.
So the prelude is they're going to have a nice night in on the cozy box, watch a scary film, and then a couple of hours later go back, and J-Dog's like, what the fuck, man, this film should be banned.
What film was it?
Oh lad, I can't remember for the life of me. The film should be banned. Like them two would having nightmares, and all I can imagine as them two both sat at home
shaking in bed.
Oh man. Oh, nothing nasty, but yeah, fucking just be literally shitting themselves.
Hilarious.
Did you hear that?
At least he watches them. You don't even watch them, lad.
I'm not asked because I know I'd have the same reaction. I don't brag.
That I'd pick them strategically to make you shit yourself when you're in certain instances. Have you ever seen The Descent?
No,
You should.
What's it called?
Oh, lad.
What's
The
it called?
Descent.
No.
Lad, it's scary as fuck. Proper scary. It's about these women who go cave exploring, lad, and they fall down one of the caves and get stuck, lad, and the sun in the cave with them. It's fucking scary as shit, lad. But it's good.
Lad, I don't think my
You
heart...
would poo your undies, lad. If you think eight-legged freaks is scary, lad, you wouldn't stand a chance. I remember when we were speaking about that, and you and fucking Josh were like, "Oh no, it's terrible." You were like, "Yeah, eight-legged freak scared the shit out of us." Are you being serious? It's the shittest one ever. It's just big spiders.
Lad, tell me
Fucking
about
crap. I'm talking about people getting fucking hunted in caves, in the whole film shot in the dark. Oh lad, it's scary as fuck. There's loads of mad films.
But that goes into the fact that
You
like,
haven't watched none of the Saws, have you?
No,
lad, again.
like,
Sick films, but fucking scary, lad.
I think
Saws not so much scary.
it's just gruesome.
It's
I know.
horrific. It's a hard. You want to look away so much, but you can't because you want to see if they actually do it. And they actually do it, and you're like, oh, I shouldn't have watched that. It's horrible.
I never watch it, and that's the part of what you watch them for, to do it. Don't even go in it and explain the shit, 'cause I don't even
There's only one. There's only one that I wanted to. Yeah. Oh. There's only one that when I watched it made me like my body seized up, and it was horrible, lads. Oh, it is grim. I can't.
I'm gonna be sick. You describing a film, not even.
Can I tell you what it is?
I don't want you to.
I'm gonna tell you. So he's cuffed to the radiator, yeah, and he can get out if he can save himself and survive. But he's cuffed to the radiator by his ankle.
Oh, and cuts off his...
Lad, he has to saw
lad, that's
his
the
own
fucking
ankle
beginning
off,
of fucking scary movie. Is
No,
it
but-
Shack or something?
No, it is in the fucking... it is in Scary Movie, but on actual Saw.
Yeah, I know.
lad.
I know.
It's horrible. He's like screaming. It's not like, you know, on some films where they're about to do something horrible and it cuts just before they do it. There's none of that, lads. It's right, we're watching all of this, and it's him just soaring through his leg, going, that blood, oh, lads, it turns your stomach, man. That's what Saw does, that other films don't do. Other films don't show you the worst bits, but Saw's like, you're watching the worst bits. Horrible.
No, like, that just turned my stomach.
It is grim, but you should watch The Descent. It's a good film.
There's absolutely no chance in hell.
If you've got horror recommendations for Charlie,
to not even do,
put them in the chat.
What's your biggest fear? Don't get me wrong, I'm gonna say
know,
I've
really.
outgrown spiders. I have.
Like proper fears, like when I used to not like clowns, but they don't bother me no more.
Obviously, because you're an adult.
No, like even like not that long ago, like when I used to go to the fucking, like I went to some Scarefest thing once when I was about 16 and lad,
as a mental breakdown.
oh my god, there's like I can handle most of it.
Oh.
Like a lot of it's just like jump out scares and that, but there's just one where you walking through a haunted house, lads, and every room's something different. One of them's a carnival room filled with balloons, lads, and you can see the clown walking, hiding in the balloons and popping out either side, lads, and he walks towards you, and then a door opens on your right so you can run through before he gets to you, but you're just stuck, lads, and he's coming closer and closer, and he's weaving through the balloons, and I was like, oh my god. And then the door opens and you get to go out. But it was scary, man.
I'd be like Pete and fucking Farmer getting I was just surprised he didn't die from when he went.
No, yeah. Heart attack.
Can lizards have heart attacks?
Yeah, I don't have I can't think of a major fear that I've got really. Like something that I do that cripples me.
No, but we've got fears as like little stupid, but we're talking about like Halloween fucking scary.
That's what I mean. Like a fear, like people are scared of heights and water, and I'm not scared of shit like that.
I think you're being naive, as in like when you get somewhere in heights, don't your legs fall? Like as in like when you're high up.
No,
lads, I get crazy vertigos and
do
like.
you? I don't get nothing like that.
No, I'm talking about.
What about
like,
flying? Do you mind flying?
I'm not asked. It's like I don't like it.
I only don't like it because it's uncomfortable.
No,
I'm too fat, lads. I'm too fat for the plane. I'm uncomfy always on the plane.
But that's only
I'm not nervous. I watched Peep Show on the flight and when last time I went away, I downloaded the whole of Peep Show and watched it all.
No, but I'm only saying that because that one time when we went on the plane and fucking done that scatty thing.
Yeah,
so
to be fair, that is fucking scary.
It was like proper scary though.
Yeah, I know, but I can imagine that. I would shit it off that, probably. Like, but that's like an irrational fear. Everyone's scared of being in a plane crash. I don't see that as a fear. Know what I mean? No. Like, I'm scared of being in a plane crash, but it's not like it's likely to happen.
Yeah, no, but you're saying that, but then after that doesn't happen, you've then got to still take off and that's
in the same plane. That's the worst part. They didn't even make us get off. They were like, yeah, I'm just gonna go again. What do you mean?
They literally started the main thing and went the whole runway. When you meant to take off, they just slammed on that. Like, it was
scary, man. I would flap it off that. This kid coming on for us now is meant to be electric. Like,
who is it?
His name's Falarin Balogun, and his deal runs out in the summer, and he wasn't meant to be signing a new deal, and he's like one of them who Arsenal let go and he becomes a top player.
Yeah.
Like he's one of them on the cards, but apparently he might yet sign a new deal because Arteta's told him he's gonna play him and he's getting ready to come on now, I think, because he is meant to be shit hot.
Is he your biggest fear?
What, us selling him? Yeah. My biggest fear is Arsenal not getting in the top 4. That is my biggest fucking fear. I can't handle another Thursday night, lads, playing fucking Dunfermline or whatever they're called, lad. I want us back on the fucking Champions League. I want to hear the song again.
Yeah, but he's like, you're gonna win it.
So what, lad? We're just back in it. If we get a good run in it, it's just good, lad. It's boss being in the Champions League. We haven't been in it for like 4 years now.
That is mad.
I know.
Have you ever seen a ghost or got a ghost story?
No, because they're not real.
Boom. That's debunked from your mum.
I don't believe in ghosts at all.
Would you rather know the date of your death or the cause of your death?
The cause.
Oh, both.
Lad, you don't want to know when you die, lad. That's grim.
I know, but I also don't want to know how I'm going to fucking die.
I do, I'm not arsed, lad. Won't stop me from doing nothing. Like if I die in a car crash, I'm still getting in a car. But every now and again, I'll be like, what if this is the one?
No, but it
that does it.
But it will be the one.
Nah, it won't.
Yeah, but one of them would be the one if you're going to do it.
I know, but that's just unlucky, innit? I don't want to know when I'm going to die. Because then you're just like, how many days have I got left? How many days have I got left?
At least you
constantly.
Could do something, no?
Nah, shut up.
And if you knew,
I'd rather
if
just
you
know
knew
the
day you were
imagine
die,
the cause was old age, you'd be buzzing, you'd be made up.
That's no such thing. You don't die of old age.
You do, lad. You get too old and you get sick and you die.
Yeah, but what killed you?
Yeah, but lad, when you're like dead old, loads of stuff can kill you, lad.
No, but that's what I'm trying to
Like,
say. Yeah,
the
old
flu
age
can kill you, lad.
Old age doesn't kill you.
No, but the complications that come with old age do
I
kill
know,
you.
but the thing kills you. What do you? Oh, is it gone off?
No.
Just doing a dusty. But which horror movie villain or killer scares you the most?
Oh, like if I bumped into them in real life.
Yeah.
Who put the shits up me the most? Oh, lad, it's a jag one because it's like proper made up, but imagine it actually being real, lad. Freddy Krueger, lad. Imagine not being able to go a kip because there's a fella who's going to kill you when you go to sleep.
Is that why you're talking like I'm just talking about like say like cause if he was in your dreams like that's fucking. I'm talking about like if you've seen like is his name Leatherface or whatever.
Oh yeah, but
lads, Mike Myers.
Lads, this is the thing with all these lads. They can't even run. None of them run. This is how they kill people. Someone sees them, they run away from them, they fall over, they take 10 minutes to get up, and then when they do get up, they don't even carry on running, they just stand there going, oh my god, where is he? And no shit, he's fucking behind you.
Yeah, it's always like trying to get the keys and
I could run away. I could run away from Michael Myers for the rest of my life. Quite easily, I reckon. But I can't get away from Freddy Krueger. He's waiting for me in my dream. I'd be watching the UFC, and the next minute he'd pop out the telly, and I'd be like, "Shit, I fell a kip," and I'd be dead.
Does he kill you in your sleep?
Yeah, that's what happens, lads.
And then you die in real life.
Yeah.
Okay, that is terrifying.
I know it is. It's Chucky.
That is
Chucky.
No, but that's just
imagine
like
having a doll that kills you, lad.
No, but the Freddy Krueger one's a cruel one to show kids because if like
your kid's not, you can't. Lad. Your kid's never going to kill
Yeah, you literally
that's the one film that I'm never ever showing to my kid, lad. Is that?
Lad, don't tell me your mum and dad showed you fucking horror films.
No, lad.
I know. That's what I'm trying to say.
To fucking hell me.
That's what I mean because I didn't have arsehole people trying
scared
to like
the shit out of me as a kid. Made me watch like Jeepers Creepers and that. Ugh.
I don't even know what to do. I'm just made up that I'm an adult and get to block it out. Yeah. I don't like that, don't care.
But
that's why you like it.
Like ghost shit doesn't scare me. Like hauntings and that don't scare me because I just don't think it's real. I don't believe it. It's based on a true story. Whatever.
We're looking for that all-elusive film to make us be sick, Tom. What's going to be the one?
No, I know what film, but it's like the worst film ever. It's disgusting, but I have watched it. It's Human Centipede 2.
Ugh. I was going to go back to what you've just said, Tom. How long do you reckon you could last in a horror movie? So you said you could run away from Mike Myers.
It depends what the film is,
obviously.
Like, if we're talking like...
Let's just say it's Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
For the rest of my life. Easily.
Really?
Yeah, lad. Yeah, because he's just big fella with a chainsaw, lad. He doesn't run. Doesn't really, like...
Doesn't he get someone with bear traps in it?
Probably he's got traps and that, but...
I remember some shit where he's got them round the fucking dinner table and I remember that fucking stupid...
I don't think that's Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Lad, it's gotta be. I've only seen select fucking horror films, hasn't it? That's one of them. But they had them all like down the dinner table and they're getting one gets like the neck cut and shit. I haven't seen...
Unless, I don't know. Have you seen the old one? Or the new... I don't know. I've seen the old one, but I haven't seen the remakes. Maybe you watched the newer one.
I reckon it was a newer one.
Maybe. I won't have seen it then, but maybe. But, like, the one... If it's a zombie film, right? If it's a zombie film and the zombies don't run, I could survive. But if they can run, I'm fucked. Because they'll catch me.
I hate it when people say that. If we had these type of zombies, right?
No, but it's their fault for making more types of zombies. They made fast zombies and walking, like Shaun of the Dead zombies.
Listen. If there was zombies, everyone on planet Earth has got to get to grips. We cannot have this argument no more.
Have you seen 28 Days Later?
Listen, let me land. Yous have had the trial run where there wasn't zombies, and the first thing is all when and done was when and bought bog roll. Game over. We're all dead.
But I never.
I'm not saying.
So I know I could survive.
It's done. Coronavirus is exposed. This will be the next genre of fucking films. Fucking pandemics.
Biological pandemics. Yeah.
Like this, how can we cash in?
It actually will. It's mad that you've said that because it will.
Thanks. Hollywood, don't be stealing me ideas.
Yeah, I watched one years ago with Mark Wahlberg in, right?
And it was to do with the bees. I never watched it.
It's called The Happening, and it's to do with plants. And the plants release a chemical into the air that makes you kill yourself. And lads, there's one right where this fella's cutting the grass and he's on a ride on lawnmower and he jams the pedal on his lawnmower, gets off the lawnmower, jams the pedal, lies on the floor and lets the lawnmower run over him, and you're like, this is the stupidest film ever. Why would that ever happen? Why would a plant make you kill yourself? It doesn't even make sense. It's just stupid. At least, like, Resident Evil's about a fucking chemical lab that leaks out and turns everyone into flesh-eating zombies. It makes you run yourself over with your lawnmower.
I've just got a sudden urge to kill myself in one of the most grotesque ways.
But it only affects certain people. What? Why does that make sense?
Yeah. But they are just making stuff up.
Absolute shite.
Ugh.
But I could survive a ghost film. No one ever really dies in, like,
because they're not real
films. Yeah, because they're not real. I've got beefs with psychics and Derek Acora, rest in peace, even though you're a fraudster.
Have you ever tried to use a Ouija board?
No, not.
Don't fuck with that shit.
I don't believe in it, but I'm also the last person who should be doing it is someone who's saying it's all fucking fake. Yeah. Like, you're getting it. So I'll just stay away.
I've already got enough shit going on in my life.
I don't need a fucking demon following me.
Literally. No, thank you. Is there a horror movie you refuse to watch? All of them, yeah, obviously.
No. I've seen some grim ones, so I can't say that.
Okay, we can end it on this one. Hopefully it'll ignite something in you. But what's the scariest nightmare you've ever had?
Oh.
Because like now when you get older you love having vivid dreams. Only because like you used to take it for granted, didn't you? Like having a proper you wake up and you go, oh yeah, like
I never remember my dreams.
No, same, but now when you get older, so like I remember one the other night, fucking woke up and like it was one of them moments where my dad had woke up and started making noise, and in my dream I've just had my bike took off me, and like I'm panicking trying to find it, and he woke me up, and like I'm going back to sleep, and I'm like thinking to myself, I'm going back into this dream where
After
I
you've
haven't got
woke
it,
up.
no, where I haven't got my bike. Why do I want to do that? Do you get what I mean? Like, they're the funniest one. And so I woke up, I'm like, oh my god, I've still got me bike. Do you get what I mean?
I have them ones where you feel relief, like I've had ones where like
people die and you've woke up and you're crying.
or I've done stuff in my dream and I'm like, oh my god, and then I wake up and I'm like, thank fuck I didn't do that in real life. Like loads of stuff like that, but one that like I can't think of one that's actually frightened me to death. Like, I've woke up in the night like, oh my god.
I'm trying to think. I definitely have where I woke up and like shit myself.
I probably have as a kid, but I fuck remember it.
What's the funniest one that anyone's ever told you that you've sleep talked?
I don't think anyone's ever said that I sleep talked.
Serious? That's mental.
I've never known to do it. I've never known to do it. I just argue with me bird because she says that I snore, but I know I don't.
You're asleep, how do you know?
Because I know I don't, lad. I know I don't. I lived in me Mars for fucking years, lad, and the only person who said I snored was Arrow, and he's chatting shit, lad.
Two people who've slept in the same room.
Yeah, no, but I've
snored.
slept in the room with loads of people, lads, and I've slept in me nan's houses, and I've slept in me mate's houses, and no one's ever said that I snored. And I've slept in a room with you, and you never said that I've snored.
Because I'll be
It's
asleep.
a conspiracy against me,
That's
lad.
because that's what it'll be. I'm asleep. I'm a light sleeper, but
It's a
shit like.
conspiracy against me, that's what it is. And what me bird does when she sleeps, she's a fucking nightmare. She fucking swings her arms round, lad, and she smacks it in the face. The amount of times I've been woke up to a fucking whack right in the face, like as I'm lying down a kip, forearm to the grid. And then one time, oh, I could have punched her head in for this. She fucking stood up in the middle of the night. I'm talking like 3 o'clock in the morning. Gets out of bed, walks over to the light and switches the light on, and I've waken up lying on me back staring up at the ceiling. My retinas have been fried, and I go, what the fuck are you doing? Why have you put the light on? And she goes, I don't know. What do you mean you don't know? I don't remember getting here. I was like, switch the light off right now and get back into bed before I scream the house down. I fumed. She was laughing her head off the next. You couldn't remember it? The next day she couldn't remember it. I was like, I can't believe
That's what me bed's
you
like,
did that. And she was like, did what? I was like, fuck off.
Me bed's like that loads. Like just fucking sleep talks loads, like absolutely loads. But the funniest one I ever done, I slept talked. And I've definitely told you was like I was slept in hers, and like I think she was still awake, and like I was definitely asleep. Like no joke, I was asleep, and like I'm like sat up a bit, and she's speaking to me like I'm saying something. She's like, "What you saying?" I'm going to her. You're boring as fuck. Your house is boring as fuck. And she's arguing with me like,
And you were a kid. Oh, that's so heavy. That's you wake up and you don't even know.
she was
You're in the firing line.
fuming.
Oh my
like,
god.
she was fuming. I'm like, what are you going on about? Actually giving a shit.
That's hilarious. Your house is boring as fuck.
Oh my god, it's one of the best
way.
evers, like, you know. Like,
I can imagine it as well. Like, what?
yeah, and we still
Go
speak,
mad,
we
and then-
speak about it.
And then
all
you
the
wake
time.
up and you're like, I don't know what we're arguing about.
Yeah, it's like, what do you mean? You're like, what's up with you? Don't you
That's
remember
funny,
anything last night? What do you? What do you need? Oh,
As if.
any fun? Has anyone ever had a funny dream before? Any piss to bed dreams?
Oh. Oh. Shit. So, I went to me auntie's wedding, right?
I know.
And I wake up in the middle of the night and it's defo the most pissed I've ever been in my life.
Do you know what the thing is though? I listen to loads of podcasts, like loads, and this is a common thing.
The wedding?
No, like...
what I did?
What you did, and not how you did it, but like in the same...
Yeah, so
like,
I went to my
loads of
auntie's
people do
wedding, so I'd been bevying from like fucking 1 o'clock in the afternoon until like 1 o'clock in the morning. So I gets out of bed in the middle of the night, pissed off my head, walks over to the toilet and starts pissing. Wake up. I'm not in the toilet, I'm in my own bedroom, stood in the corner, pissing all over the wall and all over the floor. And my bird wakes up and goes, "What are you doing?"
Oh my god.
I'm like, "What?" And she's like, "You're pissing all over the wall." I'm like, "No, I'm not, it wasn't even me." And she's like,
It wasn't me.
She's like, "Why you stood over there then?" And I was like, "I'm cleaning it up." And she's like, "Why are you cleaning it up with your pants down then?" And I was like, I don't know, it must have just been the dog. And then the next morning,
Is that what you actually done?
Yeah.
Not cleaning up.
and then
with your
yeah,
pants
and then the next morning I wake up and I'm like, "What happened last night?" And she was like, "You pissed all over them." I was like, "I don't believe you." I was like, "I don't believe you that I did it." And she's like, "You pissed in that corner over there. It fucking stinks of piss. I've had to clean it up in the night, like scrubbing it in the middle of the night. I don't remember any of this." And I was like, "I honestly don't remember it. Like, I don't think it was me." And she was like, "I watched you do it with my own eyes." And I had literally stood up and just walked over to the corner of the room and pissed all over the wall and all over the carpet. Oh, it was horrible, man.
God.
Horrible. I've never pissed a bed though. Never pissed a bed.
Could you
Just
shit the
pissed
bed?
all over.
Not pissed the bed.
I haven't shit the bed either.
I was in vulnerable states when I'm fucking actually sick. When I'm not saying that like I just cut my ass getting out of bed, I'm talking when
Dead.
I think I'm gonna die.
You're dead.
Yeah. Like as you're saying, like you can't fucking keep anything down both ends. Like, you're a loose cannon. Do you know? You just feel
when I get sick,
vulnerable,
like I don't fucking get the shits or nothing like that.
I get everything.
No, I don't. I don't think I've really ever had like shits to the point where like I'd not go into school or I'd have to stay off work. Nothing like that.
No,
but, like
because you
being
think
sick, I'm just but I don't really. I hardly ever vomit. I can't remember the last time I was sick.
The shit is a weird one, like, because they sneak up on you, don't they? But when you've got the actual shit,
Where you can't get off the bog.
lad, you cannot go anywhere. Like, that's what you've just
But
said.
I
As
don't.
soon as you stand up, lad, you
I
go,
don't
I'm
get-
going to sit back down.
I don't get full days of it though. It comes like for like an hour, and I'll be like, "Oh my god, I hope I'm not like this all day," and then I'm not, and then I'm sound.
Yeah, no, I get what you mean. But when you got the shit, you're normally sick. Like, you actually...
Nah, lads, I don't get like vomit sick though.
But
I've never had food
I'm sorry
poisoning
to
or
be
nothing like that.
grotesque, but when I'm talking the shit, what are you talking, like sloppy shit?
No, I'm talking like water coming out of my arsehole. Yeah, lads.
That doesn't happen all the time.
No.
You're talking like,
No,
I'll have
no.
one of them. And
No, I just mean when it has happened. Like,
what is that? Isn't it mad? Like, when
it's
when
just
it
your
happens.
bowel evacuating, lad. It's getting everything out of it. That's why it hurts, lad. Because your body's still trying to shit and there's nothing left in you to fucking shit out.
Yeah, what is
You're
it?
just
Though? It's just
shitting water.
bodily fluid.
Just don't know, lad. Don't know the science behind the
That's what
runs.
it is literally like you're pissing out your
Out your
ass.
ass.
Oh, yeah, I feel like a girl.
You're leaking. Feel like a girl.
No, that's what it must like be like a girl. You got a hole and you piss out of this for you must just because lad to girls like you've got this thing that you can just take out at any time and just go and piss anywhere. Do you get what I mean? It's the benefits of being a man.
Yeah.
Is there any
one of
last-
the many.
Last
Including
minute
better
wrap-ups?
job skills.
Yeah, how many times have you pissed on yourself?
Yeah. Loads.
Yeah. leaky kid when you're laughing too much and you're like, oh no, I'm gonna burst. Yeah.
No, it's the worst when like you've been holding the piss in for ages and you know that like you're getting to the house.
That's
and
on me dad. I had me dad bad for it.
It gets worse, lad. And you're like running up the stairs trying to get into the bog as the dribble starts, and you're like, no! And you just about make it, like whip your kecks off like Bruce Almighty in one go, and it just
the best ones when you wake up in the morning and you need a piss, but your belly's in, like you've held it in all night, lad, and then you have that big massive
yellow piss.
Dark
yellow piss.
That's when you have that piss and your belly afterwards because it's been in it all night, and you're like,
it hurts.
Well, yeah, I know, but it feels boss because your body's all empty of all this shit.
I was gonna say you do feel empty.
Because you feel sore because
it's a good shit and piss.
Piss and shit, lad.
Yeah.
Shit and piss. Yeah, you can't beat that combo, can you? But let us know what you're doing for Halloween, gang. Arsenal just won 3-0 with some fella in goal.
Yeah. Alex Runnison.
Yeah, he sounds shit. Like the shits. If you have enjoyed this episode, let us know. And by the next time this podcast comes out, we should have the new Xboxes.
Yes.
So that'll be a fun one. We'll be
Definitely.
giving our in-depth fucking tips and tricks on how to follow us on a new social media. Follow us at What's Cookin Pod and What's Cookin, King Mouse, King MAU5 and Yono96_, I think.
Yeah.
We've been What's Cookin. We're spooked out. It was a fun one. See yous in a bit.